Welcome back to the Dinar Daily. Today we are covering a development that has sent waves of discussion across the international community, a story that many have been anticipating for years. We are referring to reports of a broadcast event that could signify a pivotal moment in Iraq's economic journey. What is being described is not a rumor or a piece of online speculation, but a tangible event witnessed on public television. According to these significant reports, the new Iraqi dinar notes have been shown to the public for the first time. This is the very signal that many observers have been monitoring closely, suggesting that a long-discussed financial transition is moving from a theoretical phase into a public and practical reality. The significance of a public television broadcast displaying new currency cannot be overstated. For years, discussions about Iraq's monetary reforms have been based on policy statements, banking memos, and complex financial analysis. This event, as reported, shifts the entire dynamic. By showing finished, polished currency notes on a public platform, authorities are engaging in a very direct and deliberate form of communication. This action is being interpreted by many as a clear signal that the government is preparing its citizens for a major financial shift. It moves the new currency from the realm of abstraction into the tangible world, presenting it as a finished product ready for the next phase of its deployment. This act of public display is viewed by analysts as a calculated move, one designed to prepare the nation for a new financial era. It is more than a simple reveal of new money. It is a message. The message being read from this is one of progress, reform, and forward momentum. Iraq has been working for years on its financial infrastructure, from banking reforms to compliance with international standards. The appearance of these notes on television screens is being presented as the physical evidence that these preparations have reached a critical stage. It is a public acknowledgement that the groundwork has been laid and that speculation is now giving way to observable reality. The most critical piece of information emerging from this broadcast, and the detail that has generated the most analysis, is the report that the new notes include lower denominations. Specifically, bills such as 5, 10, and 25 dinar notes are reportedly part of the new series. This detail is crucial because it has led to widespread discussion about the potential purchasing power of the currency. In an economy where daily transactions require thousands or tens of thousands of dinars, such small notes would have very little practical use. Their introduction is therefore being closely examined as a potential indicator of the government's future economic planning. To elaborate on that point, the introduction of smaller bills is being interpreted by many as a signal of an anticipated increase in the currency's value. The logic presented by observers is that such denominations only become practical and necessary if the currency's purchasing power increases dramatically. If the dinar were to remain at its previous value, there would be no functional need for citizens to carry 5 or 10 dinar notes for daily transactions. The existence of these notes is seen as a tangible, practical sign that the government is preparing its financial system and its people for a currency that can be used for everyday purchases at a level that was previously impossible. This focus on smaller bills is being tied directly to the narrative of reintroducing a strong and stable currency. The ability for a citizen to use a small note or a coin for a simple purchase is a hallmark of a stable currency. The move away from needing large bundles of high denomination notes for simple groceries is a powerful psychological and practical shift. This is why the reports of these new notes are being analyzed so intently. They are viewed not just as new paper but as a structural preparation for a different kind of economy, one where the dinar's purchasing power is substantially restored for ordinary citizens. In addition to the changes in denomination, the new notes reportedly feature heavily enhanced security measures. This is far more than a simple cosmetic update. These features are a fundamental component of building confidence in a new currency. In order for the dinar to be accepted and trusted, both domestically and internationally, it must be secure against counterfeiting. The report suggests these new notes are built with that standard in mind, incorporating complex anti-counterfeit technologies that are common in modern stable currencies. This is a critical step in demonstrating Iraq's commitment to securing its financial system. The details of these security enhancements are central to the discussion. Observers expect that technologies such as advanced watermarks, new holographic strips, security threads, and microprinting are part of the new design. This is not just about aesthetics. It is about building a foundation of confidence. By showcasing these secure notes on television, the message being sent is that Iraq is serious about financial stability and is ready to protect the integrity of its currency. This act alone signals a deep commitment to preventing the counterfeiting issues that can plague a nation's economy and undermine public trust in its financial instruments. This commitment to security is also a powerful signal to the international community. For the Iraqi dinar to be accepted in global markets and trusted by foreign exchange partners, it must meet modern standards of security and reliability. By investing in these advanced features, Iraq is demonstrating its readiness to participate in the global economy as a responsible and modern nation. This public display of secure notes is, in effect, a statement to international banks, financial institutions, and investors that the nation is taking its financial sovereignty and stability seriously, positioning the currency for a new level of international engagement. The timing of this broadcast is another element that is being heavily scrutinized by analysts. The decision to reveal the new notes at this specific moment is not believed to be an accident or a coincidence. It coincides with a period where many in the financial community believe that the preparations for Iraq's economic reforms are nearing their final stages. Public exposure to the new currency is a critical step in any major monetary transition, designed to ease citizens into the change. It is a strategy used worldwide to manage large-scale financial reforms by preparing the population psychologically and practically for what is to come. This strategy of public familiarization is essential for ensuring a smooth rollout. By showing the new currency before an official announcement of a rate change or exchange period, the government can manage the public's introduction to the new notes. This allows people to see, recognize, and become comfortable with the new designs, which helps to maximize confidence and minimize confusion when the transition officially begins. This television appearance is being interpreted as the first phase of that public preparation, a carefully orchestrated move to turn what was once speculation into a visible, undeniable reality for the entire nation. The impact of this broadcast is also being analyzed for its implications on the global economy. A change in the value structure of a currency in an oil-rich nation like Iraq would naturally attract significant international interest. The fact that the government is taking such a public step to demonstrate the readiness of its new currency shows an awareness of the high economic stakes involved. This is not merely a domestic story. It is a message to the world. Financial institutions, banks, and investors worldwide are watching these developments as they analyze the potential for new investment patterns and shifts in foreign exchange markets. This broadcast, therefore, serves as a tangible signal to those international observers. It turns a theoretical discussion about Iraq's economic future into a more concrete reality that can be analyzed. The visual presentation of new secure notes is a powerful statement. It signals that Iraq is preparing to play a more active and confident role in international finance. For the global financial community, seeing is believing. And this public reveal provides the first hard visual evidence that the long-discussed reforms are not just on paper but are physically ready for implementation. While the new notes have reportedly appeared on television, there are also reports of some initial confusion regarding the scope of the broadcast. It has been noted that not every television channel aired the story immediately or simultaneously. This has led some to question whether this was a limited reveal or a controlled rollout. However, analysts familiar with major government operations suggest that such a limited initial exposure is a common strategy. It allows authorities to manage the release of information, gauge public and market reaction, and ensure the accuracy of the message before a full-scale public awareness campaign begins. This selective airing if that is what occurred, may simply indicate that this is the very beginning of a larger, more comprehensive public rollout. A soft launch approach allows the government to control the narrative and prevent misinformation from spreading, which can be a significant risk during a sensitive financial transition. Rather than signaling uncertainty, this methodical approach may actually underscore the seriousness and careful planning behind the currency reform process. The core signal remains clear to observers: the new notes exist. They are reportedly ready, and the country is entering the final preparatory stages for their introduction. The display of these new notes also carries a profound and powerful psychological message for the citizens of Iraq. After decades of dealing with a heavily devalued currency and economic hardship, the sight of modern, secure, lower denomination bills is a deeply reassuring symbol. It represents hope, progress, and a potential return to financial dignity. Citizens can see for themselves that the government is actively managing a transition toward a stronger and more usable currency. This is not just a practical matter of economics. It is a matter of national pride and confidence in the future of the country. The broadcast is deliberately designed to inspire this trust and anticipation among the population. It acts as the official signal that the nation is on the verge of entering a new and potentially more prosperous phase. For the average person, this visual confirmation is arguably more powerful than any policy speech or press release. It provides tangible evidence that the reforms they have been hearing about for years are finally materializing. This helps to build the public buy-in and confidence that are absolutely essential for any monetary reform to be successful and smoothly adopted by the people. Importantly, the reports emphasize that the new notes are complete and ready for distribution. This detail is logistically significant. It implies that the complex and lengthy processes of design, printing, production, and secure transport are finished. The next step is implementation and circulation. Printing an entire new series of currency is a massive undertaking that requires meticulous planning and execution to ensure the old notes can be replaced effectively. The fact that the notes are reportedly ready suggests that all these necessary preparatory steps have been completed, and the nation is poised to move forward. This broadcast, therefore, acts as a crucial bridge between the production phase and the circulation phase. It transitions the new dinar from a concept locked in vaults to a public reality. The term "ready" is not being interpreted casually. It implies a readiness for immediate use and a smooth, organized exchange process. This logistical milestone is a clear indicator that the country has completed the intensive preparatory work and now has the physical infrastructure in place to support the new currency. For anyone monitoring this story, this is a clear sign that the process is advancing from a strategic perspective. The timing of this broadcast can be seen as a soft launch approach. By releasing the news on select channels first or in a controlled manner, the government can observe public and market reactions. This allows them to address any immediate concerns, correct any misinformation, and fine-tune the public communication strategy before a full-scale, official announcement is made. This methodical approach is designed to ensure that the rollout is managed carefully, avoiding the potential for confusion or public panic. It is a strategy that balances the need for public awareness with the need for controlled exposure. This careful planning, as interpreted by observers, underscores the seriousness of the currency reform and the commitment to its success. It is not being rushed. It is being rolled out in deliberate phases. The new lower denomination notes also represent a broader, systemic commitment to financial modernization. Iraq has been working on multiple fronts, from improving its banking infrastructure to implementing digital payment systems and complying with international anti-money laundering standards. The public unveiling of these notes is the culmination of these interconnected efforts, signaling that these reforms are not just theoretical policies but actionable plans. By showing tangible, ready-to-use currency, the government is demonstrating that the nation has reached a milestone in implementing these complex economic strategies. This positions Iraq as a responsible and modern participant in the global economy. The appearance of these notes confirms that the reforms are moving from the planning and preparation stages to the final execution and implementation stage. It connects the dots between abstract fiscal policy and the physical currency that people will hold in their hands, providing tangible proof that the government is executing its long-term plans. The introduction of lower denomination notes also has a very practical, citizen-focused benefit. As the source material points out, these bills are essential for simplifying daily transactions. When a currency's value increases, small bills become necessary for ordinary, everyday purchases like groceries, transportation, or a cup of tea. The new notes show that the government is anticipating this new reality and is preparing the population for it. This attention to the practical details of daily life reinforces the idea that the currency change is being carefully planned to integrate smoothly and avoid economic disruption for its citizens. It is also important to note that the rollout of these new notes is widely seen as a prelude to an official rate change. The lower denomination bills, the enhanced security features, and the public exposure campaign all point toward a reevaluation of the currency's value. Introducing these bills before the rate change allows citizens to familiarize themselves with the new designs, understand the denominations, and prepare psychologically for the updated value. This is a strategic sequence that ensures a smoother transition and reduces the likelihood of confusion or resistance once a new rate is officially announced. In conclusion, the broadcast reported today is being viewed by many as more than just a news story. It is being framed as a historic moment. The new, lower denomination Iraqi dinar notes are reportedly real, finished, and have been publicly displayed for the first time. This act signals that Iraq's comprehensive financial reforms have reached a critical milestone. From logistical readiness to public preparation and international signaling, every detail of this event points toward a well-planned and imminent new phase in the nation's economic story. For citizens, investors, and the global financial community, this is being interpreted as the clearest indication yet that Iraq is moving forward decisively.